Welcome to Sergio Creativity.
Welcome. In this method, the most important rule is do not try to memorize. Don't write anything down. If you forget a word, just relax. I will help you find the logic to build it back. Today, we're going to learn how to point at the world. In Finnish, pointing is very precise. It depends on where an object is in relation to your body. Let's start with the word for this. This is something you are holding, or it's right next to you. It is tama. Say that for me. Tama. Good. Now, if you are pointing at something further away, maybe across the room or out the window, we use that. That is tuo. Tuo. Perfect. Now, let's use a building block we know. Is on. The word for bag is laukku. How do you say, this is a bag? Tämä on laukku. Excellent. And that is a bag? Tuo on laukku. Now, there is a third pointing word, se. In a dictionary, it means it. But in Finnish logic, we use se for something we've already talked about or something we are thinking of that isn't right here to point at. Imagine you visited a park yesterday. You say, it is a beautiful park. You use se. Beautiful is kaunis. Park is puisto. How do you say, it is a beautiful park? Se on kaunis puisto. Perfect. Now, here is a very important Finnish secret. In English, we use dummy subjects. We say, it is raining, or it is sunny. In these cases, the word it doesn't actually point to anything. In Finnish, you never use a dummy subject. You just say the state. To rain is sataa. How do you say, it is raining? Se sataa? Correcting. No, remember, no dummy subjects, just the action. Sataa. Exactly. And it is sunny is just on aurinkoista. You leave the it out entirely. Now, let's look at more than one. This, tama, becomes these, nama. That, tuo, becomes those, nuo. And it, se, becomes they or them, ne. The plural for bags is laukkut. How do you say those are bags? Nuor ovat laukkut. Brilliant. Now, let's learn the shortcut. Finnish people are very efficient when they speak. In the street, tama becomes ta. Tuor becomes toi. How would a friend say that is a bag? Toi o laukku. Exactly. And for the plurals, nama becomes na. Nuor becomes noi. Finally, let's look at location. Do you remember the tail for in? It was essa. Right. If we add that tail to our pointing words, they change slightly to become here and there. In this, right here, is tassa. In that, over there, is tuossa. In it, there, or in that place we mentioned, is siinä. Try saying, the key is in this, here. Key is avain. Avain on tassa. Perfect. You've learned today that Finnish pointing has 3 levels: tama, here, tuor, there, and se, the one we know. You've learned to avoid dummy words like it for weather or general states, sata, it rains, and you've mastered the street shortcuts, ta, toi, na, and noi. You're navigating the Finnish world with pure logic. We'll stop there. Well done. Key logic blocks. Near, far, singular, tama, this, tuo, that. Near, far, plural, nama, these, nuo, those. The abstract known block, se, it, ne, they or them. The no dummy rule, do not use se for weather or general states, sata, it rains. Spoken shortcuts, da, toi, na, noi. Location hooks, tassa, in this, here, tuossa, in that, there, and siinä, in it.